The first stitch we're going to be doing today is called the stem stitch, and this is my absolute favorite stitch. It creates a kind of rope effect that looks like it's almost twisting, and I use this stitch for a lot of outlines, so that's why we're using it as our primary stitch to start with. You start this by coming up through the back of your fabric. You're going to pull it through all the way. Okay, now the next stitch you're going to do is you're going to go a little bit a ways from that first stitch, but not really far and not really close. So just one stitch length away, straight across in a horizontal line. You're going to pull that through, but hold on to your loop here. So at the end you want to have this open loop. And what you're going to do is you're going to come up right in between those first two stitches. So you're going to cut them in half with your needle and pull through, and you're going to tighten this loop. So you're going to pull through all the way until that stitch is finished. And now you have one stitch for your stem stitch. And you're going to repeat this process. Now you're going to go about another half stitch length away from where you are coming out of the fabric here. Hold it to the bottom, so towards you, and you're going to pull through, keep that loop open, and you're going to come up where your last stitch went down. So right in the middle of where that loop is. And then pull it tight and all the way through. Okay, now I'll continue this for a few more stitches. Hold it down, stitch forward, pull through, keep that loop down, come up into the middle, and pull tight. And we'll do one more here. Down, keeping the loop towards you, up in the middle of those two stitches, and pull tight. And now when you want to finish off this stitch, you just finish it by going down right next to where you're coming out of the fabric, about a half stitch length away from where it finishes, and pull it tight, and then you'll create your knot on the back, and that is your stem stitch. This is how you will complete your stitches all on the back. So this is how you knot when you're finished a line of stitching. So you can see here, this is the back of our stem stitch that we just practiced. And what I would recommend is doing a full line, even practice going around curves, and this will help you just get comfortable with the stitch. But when you're finished, you're gonna look at these little loops on the back. You're gonna go through just on the surface of the fabric underneath your thread. Pull it tight, and then you're going to go through that loop that you've just created, and you're going to pull that tight. So if you saw, I just left this secondary loop open, and this creates kind of the first part of the knot, and then I'm going to go back through this again, pull it tight with the third loop, and then I'm just going to finish that by going up through it one more time. I'm just going back and forth and then tightening it all the way to create a little knot on the back of your fabric. And you can just finish that by going through maybe one more of the loops just to make sure it's secure and that tail's tucked in, and you can snip off the rest of your thread.